I failed you.
Akusidi iqiniso lelo. I mean, ubaba oqotho la ekhaya uyasithanda, uyasinakekela, uzusiza nabafana ngehomework.
Hello everyone, welcome back to ASR, African Stories Realized. This is our review of Adulting Season 1, Episode 7 and Episode 8, the finale. Let's get into it. Episode 7 picks up with Mpho questioning why Zitulele has been distant recently. She brushes him off and gives him the cold shoulder when he tries to make plans with her. Vuyani has returned to his family home and his father is being harder on him than ever after finding out he streaked through the mall in his underwear. The old man tells Vuyani that he can't lay around all day and gives him a week to find a job or he gets evicted. Vuyani approaches Bonga for a marketing job, but he is insulted when Bonga offers him a job as a site manager, which would have paid him 20,000 per month. Meanwhile, at Eric's place, the police come for him. Eric is arrested for the money he still owes the dirty detective, Brady. Eric's mom calls Bonga for help just as him and Nkanyezi were about to go on a romantic getaway. Bonga bails Eric out, but the two get into a heated argument which ends with Eric hitting Bonga. When Bonga returns to Nkanyezi, they also get into a fight about Eric's life of crime. The couple make up later and would have something to celebrate when Nkanyezi receives a call that she has been promoted. Meanwhile, Vuyani and Mpho link up at the mall, where Mpho wants to find an expensive gift for his wife. While shopping, Vuyani impresses a shop manager with his fashion sense and social media influence. He was hired on the spot, but when he returned home with the good news, his father wasn't impressed, accusing Vuyani of using his fashion consultancy job as another way of picking up women. And sure enough, on his first day of work, Vuyani flirted with an older woman who left him her number. Meanwhile, at Mpho's place, he gives Zitulele her expensive gift, but she does not look impressed, and Mpho begins to get even more suspicious about her recent behavior. He decides to track his wife, where he discovers she met up with a gym trainer at a hotel and immediately assumed she was cheating. Mpho called a family meeting to expose Zitulele's cheating ways, but the tables would turn on him as Zitulele finally exposed Mpho for having an affair with Pindi, finally revealing that she met her last week. Zitu really delivered this episode. Meanwhile, Eric is back to his criminal ways, hijacking cars to raise money to pay Brady. While trying to hijack a car, Tiki Tiki froze and got shot by the driver. The episodes with him fall into the ground, bleeding out, while the other hijackers fled, leaving him to die. Episode 8 picks up where episode 7 left off, with Eric laying bloody in the middle of the street. He makes an attempt to call Bonga, but Bonga is preparing for a function to celebrate Nkanyezi's promotion. But when he finally answered, a good Samaritan who had found Eric was on the phone. He was quickly taken to the hospital, where his mother and the gents arrived soon after. Mpumisa also arrived to see her father, as the doctors assured them that he will make a full recovery. Bonga goes home to Nkanyezi, but is barely able to stay awake. When he wakes up, Nkanyezi is ready to spark another fight over Bonga's friends, insisting that they're holding him back. Bonga seemingly breaks up with Nkanyezi, but her brother confronts him, firing Bonga from his multi-million rand project in the process. After the breakup and getting fired, Bonga goes back home to see his family, but finds that his deadbeat father has returned and is back together with his mother. He tells his father to leave, but his mother basically tells him to stay out of grown people's business. Bonga was clearly hurt by this and he left. Meanwhile, Mpho returns home and begs Zitulele for her forgiveness. She agrees to forgive him only if he confesses to everything and all the side chicks, after which she demanded Mpho help her carry the parental load in the house instead of always going out with the gents. Mpho stays true to his word and is on his best behavior, but later admits to the gents that he is bored. Meanwhile, Vuyani is taken aback when his ex-sugar mommy Beth walks into the shop he works with her new boy toy. He soon comes to the realization that he is over her and starts hooking up with the older woman that he met last week, with the couple already planning a trip to Dubai. Vuyani's father also came around, giving him his blessing to pursue his career in fashion. Eric is out of hospital, but could be facing 10 years in prison for his multiple warrants and attempted hijacking, where he got shot. Bonga has hooked him up with a lawyer, but looks like the case is something that will unfold next season. The gents link up for some drinks where they catch up for the final time this season, with Bonga slowly drifting back to his old ways as he locks eyes with a slay queen from across the room. We've reached the end of a brilliant season. Congrats to everybody who was involved with this show. I think you guys really delivered. I must admit, the final episode didn't live up to my expectations, but that may be because episode 7 was good enough to be the season finale. Tiki Tiki getting shot was the climax of the season. I would have left it there and pick up from season 2, but I understand we had to wrap up the storylines of the other gents. Eric, Bonga, and Vuyani's stories were perfect this season, but more could have been done for post storyline. They didn't give any true motivations to Pindila's actions other than her being a crazy side chick. I mean, I think it would have been cool if they had linked it with the hooker from episode 1, I think. It would have been cool if they had set Mpo up to kind of try and mess up his marriage. Anyway, the season was a hit, and hopefully we don't have to wait too long for season 2. It was a pleasure reviewing this show for you guys. Till we meet again, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is ASR, for the love of African filmmaking and storytelling.